While the release of the new Samsung S95B OLED earlier this year caused quite a stir, many have wondered whether or not it can compete with LG's lineup of critically acclaimed OLED TVs. LG G2 boasting higher HDR peak brightness. Samsung S95B versus LG G2, which is best? Gaming, movies, and review. Movies. Either of these televisions will do just well in a completely dark room. Excellent darkroom performance is achieved via an infinite contrast ratio, virtually perfect black uniformity, and a pixel dimming level. However, not simply these features contribute to how well they work. Both also have an excellent 4K upscaling engine, bringing the quality of content recorded at lesser resolutions like DVDs and Blu-rays up to levels comparable to native 4K. Saw the hot dog flick, huh? This one was an Oscar wiener. They have excellent motion handling and BFI mode, so even fast-paced action films look terrific. As we discussed, this stuttering effect is caused by most movies' low frame rate. Although this may be an issue, it can be mitigated by interpolating them to a higher frame rate, such as 60 or 120 frames per second, or by using their BFI mode. The Samsung S95B may be preferable for next-gen movies shot in Dolby Vision or HDR10+, due to its superior color coverage in Recommendation 2020 and superior color gradient. The S95B isn't just able to produce brighter colors than the LG G2, but in some cases, it can display those colors more precisely as well. Therefore, with regards to movies, Samsung S95B takes first place.
Yeah, I love movies.
Gaming. The same can be said of their efficiency for use in video games. Both are responsive to input, operate well in low and highlight settings, and are adept at dealing with moving targets. As a result, your actions on the gamepad will be in sync with what you see on the screen at any frame rate, be it 60 FPS or 120 FPS. Both have excellent fundamental functionality and also superior extras that elevate your gaming experience. You may play high-resolution PS5 and Xbox X series games thanks to their HDMI 2.1 support. When a game console is plugged into any of the HDMI ports, the TV will immediately transition to game mode because all the ports support auto-low latency mode. Finally, when it comes to gaming, it's a tie. Even though it's a draw, Samsung is the clear winner here. This could appear like LG is still stumbling around. Perhaps, for all we know, it's gaining steam to overtake Samsung in the display market eventually. Let's find out. The quality of Samsung's products is a company priority. Knowing what to expect from the newest release is essential whether you're looking to treat yourself or a friend. Subscribe to our channel with alerts turned on, and we'll fill you in on all the details you need to know about the most aesthetically beautiful products from Samsung right now. Display. If you're looking for a TV with displays that are as realistic as possible, with clear, vibrant colors, you've found the two TVs. Sharper contrast can be achieved, especially when using high dynamic range HDR sources. However, black value and brightness are two areas where the two TVs are differentiated. Daniel Bell says, technology like art is a soaring exercise of the human imagination. When it comes to the Samsung S95B, the screen may reach a brightness of just over 1,000 nits. For OLEDs, this is excellent performance, and since the nearly perfect black values only serve to deepen and undergird the superb picture, the television may subsequently be used as a showcase. The Samsung S95B, however, is not limited to low-light conditions. You could miss a few details here and there in bright sunshine, especially in low-light situations. Nonetheless, the picture quality is guaranteed by the very high brightness and the strong anti-reflective coating. For LG G2, design limitations limit its ability to display HDR content with persistently bright areas, but otherwise, it competes with Samsung in terms of brightness, which is around 1,000 nits. Here, the LG G2 falls short. This, however, is less vital in normal daily functioning. The G2 excels because it is compatible with Dolby Vision for TV shows, movies, and video games. Both sets of screens, however, faithfully reproduce colors. You can count on colors that are clear, subtle, and vivid. Samsung's qd-OLED technology is superior to OLED in terms of eliminating the need for a white subpixel. Therefore, the S95B can be even more flashy. The Samsung S95B, like the LG G2, runs on an operating system designed by the company themselves. Tizen is what Samsung TVs run on, whereas webOS powers LG TVs. Which operating system would likely triumph in a head-to-head matchup? Find out in a few minutes. Tizen versus webOS. Both the Samsung S95B and the LG G2 rely on the manufacturer's specially developed operating systems, and Samsung uses Tizen, whereas LG fuels its televisions with webOS. The Samsung S95B covers any streaming service you can think of. This not only includes film or series streaming with Xbox or Stadia. There are also apps for cloud gaming available. Otherwise, as we have already indicated, the operation is a bit awkward, and many sub-menus mean you have to click around a little before you reach your goal. The Samsung S95B could still improve the menu navigation in Tizen, but the selection of apps is very large. The LG G2 not only cuts a fine figure on the wall, also with a tidy operating system based on webOS 22. LG does it differently, presenting their webOS 22 relatively tidy and logically. With successful gesture control, operating the system should be easy for everyone.
It's amazing what you can accomplish by mail.
Samsung and LG install fast processors in their TVs, which means their use is always very smooth and pleasant. With the abundance of apps, there are hardly any differences, but there are in daily use. Again, the LG G2 leads, but the difference is quite small. Comparing the Samsung S95B OLED to the LG G2 OLED is difficult because the two TVs are similar overall, but still shine in their own unique ways. The color volume and brightness of the Samsung are far superior to those of the LG, and Samsung has better skin tones, but the colors might be off at times. On the other hand, the LG's black levels are superior in environments with some ambient light, while the LG allows for the use of Dolby Vision and provides a more realistic HDR experience. Samsung is best experienced in total darkness, which is one of the reasons is a great gaming TV. Watch our video on Ultimate Gaming Experience on Samsung S95B, very best Samsung S95B TV gaming feeling review. Thanks for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it.